Hey, this is a boy, Sydney.
And this is your girl, Shay, and welcome to At Home with the Odds.
Yeah, today we're just gonna talk about grace as described or defined in the Bible. Yeah, and I just pulled this topic out of the bag. We haven't sat down deeply and go through the Bible so that now we could get it much deeper. But this will be like our understanding of what grace is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I believe grace is like is God's blessings, God's mercy, God's life, love, and all those things intertwined upon God's creation. Be it man, be it anything that was built or anything that He created. It was created by His grace. Yeah. I think my understanding might be maybe those are my thoughts. Grace is like the plan of God. Anything that works within His instructions or as per the plan and the will, His own willing, that is. So that's, to me, is more of grace, because everything that comes before it, during, and after it will be as per God's will, and nothing will fall short of His righteousness if it goes as per His will. What do you think?
Absolutely. I want to just go back to when you said grace is like the plan of God. And I think if we didn't have grace, a lot of us wouldn't really survive.
Exactly. Yeah.
The way how I see it and how God has placed grace upon my life in regards to things I've done wrong, decisions I've made wrongly, things that circumstances that have happened in my life. Without God's grace and Him giving me the gift of grace, I wouldn't be able to really fully go through life comfortably, or I wouldn't say easily, because life isn't always easy, but like when grace is gifted to you through Jesus Christ, things become a bit easier to manage and deal with, because God has lent me that grace for that day or that season, or well, His grace is continuous. So I think, yeah, when I was sitting here listening to you, for me, I wouldn't survive without God's grace or His mercy. Because a lot of us are undeserving of it, but yet He still gives it to us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think this is what I love about the Lord. He chastens after us and loves us so much that He extends His grace every single day. He extends His mercies every single day, and that's why I love that song, my favorite hymn, that says, "Great is Thy faithfulness, morning by morning new mercies I see. All I have needed, Thy hands have provided. Great is Thy faithfulness, Lord, unto Thee." That's my favorite hymn.
I was waiting for you to say.
I know you was, but yours.
Come on, then.
Today I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
You've never ever
sung on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
on this channel, that is.
Right, but it's. I'll sing next time.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm prepared, like we're relaxed, we're coming down. But yeah, guys, you know the song, I just love it so much, because it really speaks about God's faithfulness to His children, and his mercy to his children. And as I said, like, how can we survive without it? Like, how can we live day by day without it? It gives us chance after chance. And it really is a gift because it doesn't have to give it us, but even in our shame and even in our mess, it just extends it all the time. And I think my encouragement to everybody is don't take his grace for granted, because sometimes in life we take God's grace for granted and we do things, we make decisions, we're like, oh yeah, God's going to be cool with this, he's a gracious God, and blah, 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 blah. You keep continuing to do such things, and that's taking God's grace for granted. And you know that our God don't play. So you can't play with the grace of God, but we can receive it as long as our understanding of it and our heart is right with it in regards to what we do with God's grace. Don't ever take it for granted.
Yeah. I usually I don't use the human thinking or analogy in understanding that much about the biblical writing sometimes, or let me say most times, because out of it, see, other reasons, or let me say reasoning, may also pop in.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying this is, I know some people may ask, God's plan, as I said, but why was sin there? God's plan, why do other people perish? And I know I may actually even explain and give the attribute that God gave us, the will as well as humans. But someone may actually even ask, what about the baby? You get you get what I mean. But God's plan is God's plan. It's so mysterious. I don't believe any human can actually fathom God's end to his or to
God's
entirety. You get so you always have, as a human, you always have that room to have to challenge yourself in terms of knowing God. You get, and it didn't start with us. It simply started the moment Adam and Eve sinned, and we could see that from their first seeds, and the ones who were also after
sin passed down.
Abel, Cain, and Seth, and the daughters they might have had, yes. And you see, even from that time, women tried not to have babies so that their bodies could maintain the shape and everything. All started back then. You could see even the humans at that time did have one language, and tried to build
idols.
To build was it that tower to reach God?
To reach God, yeah.
You get. That is what we call the human thinking, trying to understand God entirely. And it's I don't think it's possible. Yeah.
Because God is mysterious.
Exactly. So it's just like being in a family with a child. When a child is small, what he looks up to is the parents. Get. And they learn so fast from what they see and experience. from the parents.
Yeah.
You get, and at that age, at the tender age, what the parents say or do to them, it's right. And what you do to them they see it as a grace. You see, I'm just trying to break it down so that now you can understand. So when your child um, angers you or goes against your plannings or what your good intention as a parent, what do? You may introduce some sort of punishment in whatsoever kind. For instance, you may deny them something that they might have asked, or you might withhold, or the child themselves may actually uh, get, let me say, the aftermath of their own doing. For instance, if your child was in school and the child absconded and went somewhere else, and the authorities or say when the school come to know what happens, yeah, there might be some sort of punishment and everything. You get, all those are aftermath of their own decisions. At that time, it might have been seen, it might have been right before their eyes, but after that, they come to realize that it was actually a fault that they shouldn't have done.
True.
They get punished. Some change, some become victims. You get, and blame. Some may blame the parents for that. Some may blame the school for their mishaps. The same thing as we all will do also to God. You be asking God, why me? Why did this thing happen? But if you see and sit down and see the genesis of the whole thing, it actually just started from your own decisions.
Yeah.
You get, and some stuff may just happen, not because God has punished you or anything. For instance, when a child who develops in a womb dies, or dies when it's born, it's, now I'm using the human thinking. It's simply like a mess up. For instance, you as parents, you had no control over it.
Yeah.
See,
or no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, or no idea, because all of us, when we expect a child, we start preparing, we buy this and that.
Yeah.
We celebrate, we really await, looking forward for that day, the first day when that child will be born. And then things happen. It don't happen just because the parents did not give grace. They had grace onto that child. See, you prayed over it. You're praying to God so that you see that day when you see your seed come into being. And then that joy is taken away from you. You get, you don't go to such a parent and say, your hearts are dark, that's why you lost the child. Or you did not have proper blessings for you to have that child. That is exactly what we are now we are now saying about God. That why did God take that child away? You see, to me, to have all this understanding, it's just to read the Bible and understand it and love it, just as a child takes instructions from a child. I mean, from its parents.
Yeah.
You see, when you get to a child and you say, "Do not smoke, do not use the drug," they never ask you why. They say, "Yes, Dad, I won't do that, Dad." But along with time, they get to learn why was Dad doing it. But at that time when you're giving that instruction, it's when you're giving that instruction, the only thing they know is that mom and dad are always right at that time. But along the way, we come to understand that drugs are actually not good. We do them, this and that and that. Some will learn from seeing other people. Some will learn from their own experience, having to use them. Yeah. Some will get to use them and get stuck, not be able to get out of it. But all of us, we all failed, and we all sinned against our parents. And I'll say this: there's nothing that gives a blessing to a parent like having a lost child come back home. Exactly. There's nothing
God's
that
grace alone, isn't it?
That's God's grace alone. You see, and that is how grace is.
Yeah.
That is exactly how grace is.
Yeah.
You see, the future of a child is a prayer. Is a parent's prayer. The future of every child is a parent's prayer.
True.
That's how it is. If you say negative stuff to your child, you're actually just planting negative stuff into the child.
Yeah, they'll believe it when they.
Yeah. So that's, and God never said, not never. I'm not use the word never, but that is almost that, like, mirrors the same thing, that how we interact with God.
Yeah. Oh, true.
So yeah.
Well, you took the floor today, babe.
She usually just smiles.
You took the floor today.
Just smile.
No.
But yeah, it is that way. We usually just pick topic and come to you and explain it. In the next episode, we'll actually now get our Bibles right, go deeper, and explain it in our next episode.
What Scripture says about grace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's gonna talk about it.
Am I?
I'll be there to support her. And
I love that.
as we prepare for that next episode about grace, we'd love you viewers as well. Comment, tell us what you think about God's grace in our lives. Yeah.
What it means to you and how you've experienced God's grace in your life. We'd love to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd love to hear and discuss.
Till then, stay tuned for that next episode, and comment so that we all share the good news onto others as well. Till then,
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.